Part 4 of grocery greedflation in Canada. In this part, I'm going to be diving into Metro, as well as bringing a few more metrics into my analysis of Empire and Loblaws. In my first video in this series, I mentioned Metro being modest, and I think this is demonstrated by the fact that when they buy up other grocery stores, they change them to Metros. They don't try to pretend that they're keeping them the same. I like that you know who you're supporting with them. In 2021, Metro had $18.2 billion in sales, with the lowest profit margin we've seen so far in this series of 20%. And here are Metro's group of companies and brands. I apologize, I'm standing in front of Les 5 Saisons. Unlike the other companies, they all fit on one page, so that's a bonus. Another thing I like about Metro is I could not find any real estate holdings anywhere. In fact, here we see them listed alongside Sobeys as one of the tenants of Loblaws' real estate. This is from Loblaws' financial statements. So adding Metro to the list I started earlier, we see that their market share is third and their profit margins of 20% are the lowest we've seen so far. My takeaway from this is that if you only have options close to you that fall under these three companies, I would support Metro's stores. I've also added two more columns to this graphic, the income tax expense for the year, as well as the actual amount of taxes they paid in the year, which is found on the cash flow statement. So don't worry that the tax expense and tax paid are different numbers. This is normal in corporate taxes. The taxes are very complicated. There's a lot of carry forwards and carry backwards and a lot of rules that make this number differ. So that's fine. I took both of the numbers as a percentage of sales for demonstration purposes. Obviously, the percentage seems extremely low as companies don't pay taxes off of sales numbers, but rather on their profits. So as long as I do the same treatment of all the companies, I think it's fair game. I'm just aiming to show you how much of the money you give to the companies actually ends up in the hands of the government. A special note, Loblaws only included in their report a very high-level cash flow statement without line items, so I was not able to see exactly the dollar value of taxes paid in 2021. I need the line details for operating activities to determine this number, so for now it's a mystery. This surely is an oversight on their part, and if anyone from the finance department there wants to send over that information, I will be sure to update my slides. Remember to keep supporting small businesses where you can, and if you are a small business, get onto my mailing list as I'm going to be putting out some resources shortly that will be able to help you stay compliant and profitable. Peacefully eat the rich.